Everybody, welcome back. Today is a very special unboxing. So if you guys saw some of my shorts, I don't know if I can put a link up here or not, but if I can, I'm going to put cards in here. Of all the Star Model 30M pistols that all the different retailers have been throwing out there, I think the first one I saw that had it was Classic Firearms, and then it was Atlantic Firearms, and then it was AIM Surplus. And then most recently, in the last video, the last short that I put out was J&G Sells. Now, you guys will know, many people have made comments about these saying, hey, you know, these are really cool. These are basically the poor man's SIG P210. I fully agree with that, or at least partially agree with that in some of the design aspects of the pistols themselves. But today, I've got one from Classic Firearms, and I've got one from Atlantic Firearms. We're going to compare the two. Now, if you guys go back and look at some of those videos, or if you go to the website, you look at some of the pictures, you'll notice that they had two different kinds of cases that those would come in, whether they were clear, which was more like the traditional Glock-style Tupperware cases, or whether or not they were green, which was a flip-open, almost tackle box style case. They did state both places they may or may not come with the cleaning kit and stuff like that. I took a gamble on it. They were $3.19 a piece. I thought they were a great deal. Still think they're a great deal. Anyway, this is the box they threw everything in at my gun shop, because actually both pistols arrived on the same day. One was shipped FedEx, one was shipped UPS. But this is just an opportunity to take a look at both of them from two different retailers, even though they both came in on the same import batch. So without further ado, let's dive off into it. Let's take a look at them. Now, yes, I have covered up my serial numbers with tape to protect myself, just because I can. So anyway, let's take a look at them, and you guys will see what these look like. Now, they did just kind of throw this foam in here just to kind of pack these in here for me. I've got some different things in here. Of course, I actually picked up a couple of those almost non-existent. Try to blur that out now. Pioneer Arms 5.56 mags. Let's get it off the table. We don't need any trouble from that. And then let's take a look at these two beauties. All right, so I actually was pretty fortunate. I got one of each flavor of case. Really excited about that. But first, we're going to take a look at this one in the green case. I wanted one with a green case. I was told these are actually more rare. Of course, this Century Arms sticker is covering up, or actually, this is this is more Atlantic Firearms. I don't know whose sticker it is, but it's covering up you know, the star that you see on this one. But we'll take a close look at it. Now, it does appear that this case has been used for multiple pistols. And mine was just thrown into it because if you look at the side here, you'll see there were different serial numbers on it at different points in time, and the original label was kind of torn off. How do I know these came from CAI? Well, one, they say it here, and two, you guys will notice the typical CAI logo, or CAI sticker that goes on virtually anything that they import. Now, this is rather interesting, and that's this tag right here. You'll see some stuff right there with some dates, 2003 and 2005. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what those are, but kind of cool. I'm not going to rip them off, that's for sure. But anyway, here is that Star Model 30M. Now, this is the first one I opened up at the gun shop. Now, this one did not come with the cleaning kit, but fortunately for me, it did come with a little takedown tool or disassembly tool. I am happy that's at least in there. Now, if you go back, they do come with 15 round magazines. So YouTube, you can't say anything about that. That's for sure. I'm going to check something out real quick on these mags. Okay, so I have one serialized and one unserialized. Likely do not match the gun. I really wouldn't know because I covered up my serial. But let's take a closer look at it. What's really cool right off the bat is you'll notice this one has that purplish bluing to it. There really isn't much wear on it. You see GC on it, Garderia Civil. I guess that's the police or National Guard. I'm not really sure. Then you see a 1994. So this one was manufactured in 1994. You flip it over, You'll see the Mod 30M Cal 9mm P for Parabellum. Now, this doesn't have a serialized barrel. Not really sure why. In my case, just decided to close on its own. You see some of the green stuff here? That's just from where it was in that case, probably bumping around. But then you see your standard white blade front sight, 2-dot rear sight. Now, these have a built-in magazine safety. I'm not going to go through all the safety features on this. You guys can see how this is constructed. But I will take the slide off to do that. Let's take this off camera. Alright, so it is my understanding if you put this on safe and you bring this back, you line up your lines. Maybe, let's get that mag out. There we go. You can pull this pin, then your whole slide comes off. And then you should, theoretically, actually let's not do that. Let's take the recoil spring out first. Then you should be able to get your barrel out. Now, like I said, this barrel is not serialized. I will insert pictures, but looking at this off camera, it looks absolutely immaculate. You'll see there is a decent amount of oil in here. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's a little bit of wear, nothing terrible. I would say it's probably been shot or disassembled and assembled a few times at least. But the barrel looks just wonderful. So let's get this back in here. This is always the fun part. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this back together. Line those holes up. Grab your pen. Go ahead and insert that joker in there as much as possible. There we go. There we go. And that's basically how you just put it right back together. Now, one of the cool things about this, you do see the white dot, it's on safe. What that does, and you guys will notice if you go out and watch Ian McCollum's videos or anybody else's, that recesses your firing pin, so that basically this gun is indeed unloaded. You guys can see that. Always check to see if the firearm's unloaded. But anyway, basically you can drop the hammer on this. It's not a true decocker, but you can drop the hammer on this and not worry about engaging the firing pin and causing a round to go off and go down range. Pretty cool safety feature. I will say this, it's a little bit of a heavy trigger on the single action, but not bad. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination. So, we have that one. Now, if you guys go back and look at those videos, I might have mentioned about the fact that you've got some strange things going on with your trigger guard there. There were two differences, and I can't for the life of me tell you why they're different. I don't know. But I got one of each. So here is that other Star logoed box. More of a Tupperware style, more of a, I guess you could say, Glock style. The old label is still on there. That's pretty cool. Flip it over. I'm probably going to dump everything around in there. I really hate to do that. Yep. And you see the CAI logo, and then once again you see the April. That's a hair. You see the April 2003. Actually, it's got a 2003 then 2005, which is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and see if I can open this without causing any more havoc on my table here. So there's that case, or that lid. Now here is the other one. Now right off the bat, you guys are going to notice this one is obviously drier, but on the other token, it also comes with all the neat little accessories. And once again, it does have that nice tool, but it also has your cleaning kit. So I'm super happy about that. I actually got one. Once again, 2 mags. Now, one of the differences is I have put my tape to cover up my serial. I don't really care if you guys like it or not. That's what I'm doing. What am I doing? Why is that stuck? That is stuck. That is really stuck. There we go. I guess I had it wedged in there pretty good. Anyway, check this out, guys. Look at the trigger guards. This one's more flat. This one has more of a curvature to it. Now these are both GC marked. These are both Model 30Ms. This has more pronounced checkering. This has less pronounced checkering. This one's also shinier. This one is not. We'll give a side by side. Of course, these are unloaded and safe. This one has a 1991 stamp in it, and the one on the left is the 94. You see the differences. Note the bluing differences are the shiny, almost brownish blue hue, while this one is just more of a standard blue, which is interesting because usually as bluing ages, you get this interesting brownish purplish color, which I think is kind of cool. But I don't know if that's the reason why we have this here. Now let's take and see if we can do this off camera. Let's see if we can disassemble this one and take a quick look at the barrel on it. This thing is a serious pain to get apart. I don't know why that's so hard. And I have literally nothing with which to pry with. Guys, don't have a heart attack with what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. It's just stuck a little bit. Oh, because of that pin there, or that little piece. There we go. Alright, now we can get that apart. Alright. So this one doesn't look quite as refined for whatever reason. You notice it's drier. You will also notice there's a bit more, just a little bit more wear on those rails, but nothing terrible. Still looks really cool in my opinion. But what I'm curious to see, once I get this thing out of here, is this barrel. That's a definitely different looking barrel. Let's look off camera. And the rifling looks absolutely gorgeous on it. I mean, no complaints there. So, I don't know who had these. I don't profess to know anything about them. But these are gorgeous pistols for the money. Now, I did notice that this one has just a small nick here in the grip. But otherwise, looks beautiful. Like I said, you notice that trigger guard. You see ever so slight differences. This one's got a little bit more of a hook on it, I guess. You also notice that the bluing looks slightly different. I don't know why there's such a difference between 3 years, but that's a big difference. But for what it's worth, guys, I mean, honestly, once I get this back in, for what it's worth for a pistol, I see why I'm having fun with that now. For a pistol that is this cheap, oh, I done messed up. For a pistol that is this cheap and this well made, I think this is really a great deal. There we go. Got that back. Forgot about the MagSafe. That is an excellent deal. I mean, it feels great in the hand. I mean, I have not large hands, but not small hands. I guess they're on the larger side. I would say if your hand fits on a 1911 well, it would probably fit on one of these well. That would be my personal opinion. But this is just two that I had gotten. One from Classic Firearms, being this one, and one from Atlantic Firearms, being this one. Does that matter in the grand scheme? No, it doesn't, guys, because they all came from the same import batch. You're not going to be able to dictate the finish and how your grips are and everything else, but I just wanted to share this with you guys today so you can get an idea for what you could expect from them At the time of this filming, J&G Sales still has them. They're a little bit more pricey. I do not know whether or not Classic, Atlantic, and AIM Surplus will be getting these back in. I hope they do, because these are pretty sweet. Really nice pistols. All steel construction. Part of the Wonder Nines, they call them. But I think it was a great value for what I paid. Just want to share this with you guys today. Make sure down in the comment section below, you guys let me know what yours look like. I'm very curious to see that. I did see where one guy posted on one of the websites that his looked like crap and was worn out. Really don't know what he meant by that, because I've not seen any bad so far. But, I guess everybody has their own experiences, but my big thing was, well, I wanted to check 2 of these out, and I wanted to see what we could expect. Now, one thing I failed to mention, and I will show you now, if you look at the bottom side here, there's our import markings. Now, if you guys can't see this real well, if it doesn't show up well in the video, I will make sure and put a picture in the top left. Of course, it just says CAI, Georgia, Vermont, made in Spain. So, my personal opinion, these are some really cool pistols. I like them, and I think I stated this already, but if not, if I already forgot, I'll state it again. These take the 5906, the Smith & Wesson 5906 mags. Of course, Metgar, I believe, also makes some aftermarket mags for them. But of course, these do come with, each one comes with 2 mags, and from what I understand, these are the originals. So, pretty cool. Like I said, just want to share this with you guys today. And let me know how yours look. Let me know if you got, one of each flavor of the trigger guard. That's kind of cool, actually. Once again, I don't know why that's different, but it is definitely different, as you guys can full well see on the camera here. But I'll try to keep you guys posted when I see cool stuff like this come in as quickly as I can. Like I always tell you guys, if I post a deal and it's surplus and you guys really want it, you better jump on it, because you're not guaranteed to see it again, and when you do, if you do, it's likely going to be at an increased price point. So, as always, guys, big shout out to my subscribers, and always want to thank you guys for all your likes, your shares, your comments. By the way, another shout out to Hobo Factory for pointing out that AIM Surplus had these. Appreciate that. And until next time, guys, y'all have a great day.